Excited to kick it all off here with our first matchup of the day. It's going to be X-Sync taking on Rexar's Reborn here in this two-game series. Rexar's Reborn, we got to see them yesterday against Complexity. They did lose the series 2-0 in the end, but it was a fun series to watch, especially that game number 2 that went the distance. In the end, though, fell short. So they're trying to make up some room here. They still only have 1 point themselves. On the other side of the spectrum, you got X-Sync, which is obviously currently in a pretty good spot with 10 points currently. The only loss they had in a game was to Evil Corporation, actually. I believe that was on Tuesday. So, anyways, here they are. Looking forward to seeing how this one plays out and for our first series. With that said, of course, joined by my co-caster for today. Actually, joining me again from yesterday, the one and only Nier from Evil Corporation. How's it going, man?
It's going good. I'm excited for this first series here, especially from what we saw from Rexars yesterday. It was an impressive game too, and of course, Sync being more fast-paced, playing that more fast-paced style of Han, they might have to adjust to that. So we'll see how they do here.
Yeah, looking forward to that indeed. Yeah, really, Rexar's Reborn definitely showed that at least they can compete against a top-tier team like Complexity, and now trying to do the same against X-Sync right here. But of course, it is a tough challenge. Any team going up against these guys, and pretty tough challenge in itself. But I got to say, it gets a little tougher when they pick up Pebbles. It seems like, as that they do here, they went with Ophelia first into Magnus, and then Pebbles the response coming out from X-Sync. But Mickey and Pebbles, I mean, need I say more? He's just so good on the hero, and it seems like their success is usually pretty positive when they get him picked up. So, Wild Soul in response. We saw this yesterday for them, and it didn't work out in the end. It was a very quick game, and their loss, so I'm curious this time. What do you think of that pick?
I think it worked out well in the beginning for them. They managed to kill the short lane and push the tower with the Tempest, so they had some positive with the heroes. So I think they just played the lineup wrong. I can't remember who of the players who played it, but he did a fine job when he got his hands on the Wild Soul. So
yeah,
I think it's okay. Might be a good comfort hero for them. But of course, seeing Ophelia and Pebbles on Sync's side is never a good thing if you're the opponent. Mm-hmm. They are very comfortable in those two heroes. And here Rhapsody follow up. Rhapsody with Ophelia is a very strong combination. So I expect to see a lot of push coming up for Sync Esport, or X-Sync early on here.
The X-Sync team, yes. Engineer, the third and final pick initially here for Rexar's Reborn, so they get the NG Magnus combo, but Engineer, a hero in general, honestly, we don't see a whole lot of lately. He's kind of died off big time, I feel like, on the competitive scene. What do you think of NG as a support hero still?
It's all right here. It might, I mean, if you can manage to get the NG field off, it will make sure that people cannot initiate into it, especially Pebbles Blink. If they get another Blink hero, he will be alone if you can manage to get that up. So, and then they might be able to kill the Pebbles in time before any follow-up comes. So it's a good hero. And of course it has its strength in if enemy teams tries to port into a tower, getting that NG field up can win you a fight there. It's another thing to note.
Yeah. Energy field, it's obviously still a very strong ability, and it's Engineer brings a lot with that when he has it. So yeah, something you got to be concerned of. Puppet Master, Swiftblade Doctor, and Kraken the follow-up ban so far.
Also, something I want to point out is that in the initial bans, Flex, Kavana banned Voidbeast and Tremble, and it makes me think that when they ban the Voidbeast that they want to do a short lane tri lane here, so and make sure that the off lane from X-Sync will be kept level 1 here.
Okay, so
yeah, that's what I'm assuming at least.
So why would you think that though? Because you mentioned the Warbeast and Tremble bans. I mean, what does that have to do with it?
Because Warbeast is able to pull with wolves and get experience versus free heroes, and now they picked up the Wild Soul themselves. I don't think there's another hero left in the pool that will be able to get experience up top without risking to getting suicide, of course. So. And they pick the Pharaoh, so I'm assuming it's an offlane Pharaoh, which they should have a good time against. If they pick a short lane, tri lane, that hero will be level 1. Then they just have to watch out for the mid lane.
Yeah.
With the Pharaoh ganks.
Well, they go with Wretched Hag right here, as far as their fourth pick, and whoa!
Moon Queen.
Moon Queen.
There we go.
Okay, that's different. Not a hero we've seen in a long time. What do you think?
I think they're feeling confident against playing against Rexars, and then, I mean, where else to try out a new hero that you haven't played for a long time than in a tournament game like this? And they only, as you stated, they only dropped one game so far. So they are in a comfortable spot with, I think, are they 2-1 or 3-1?
They're 3-1-0. Yeah.
They're in a comfortable spot, so they can afford to try something out. And they do have the comfort, Pebbles, Ophelia, Rhapsody. So
yeah.
I think it's all right here.
Yeah, I mean, obviously not necessarily not a bad hero by any means. I mean, we know Moon Queen as one of the more scary carries on the scene as far as if you get the farm on her eventually. She's died out. I mean, she has not been seen in a long time, and I think it's several reasons. You know, one, she's fairly squishy. Two, is her range is pretty weak in the lane. So the Parasite final pick from Rexar's Reborn, by the way, coming out as well. So.
Yeah, I like it. It's if they can manage to get that puzzle free up in due time, he will be able to do a lot of work on top of sitting in the front with a Wild Soul as well. And they have Magnus for initiation on top of a Bat Blast to burst whoever they catch. So I like it. It's a good hero here.
We'll see how Rocky Balboa does it here. Denver Pro, the one playing the Wild Soul, I forgot too, just like you. Yeah, he's the one playing it here. Seems like their Wild Soul go-to player, perhaps. He's headed towards the top lane currently, so it looks like they may be thinking about going aggressive here.
Yep. It seems like it, yeah. I'm a bit surprised. I thought they would offlane the Wild Soul. Then maybe they expect... yeah, I mean, if I were them, I'd do everything I could to shut down the Pebbles, and then let Moon Queen do whatever she wants. But we'll see what they decide to do here. It seems like they want to shut down the Moon Queen farm. But he's going to be alone down here, and Moon Queen does not have an escape ability. Of course, he has a lot of move speed, 310 in the beginning. But if Magnus catches him, he should die into an NG combo, and they can dive him with a Parasite creep beyond the tower. So
yeah,
they will at least be able to shut down the Moon Queen. But then what impact will Pebbles have here? Something to note, though, it's Matthias playing the Pebbles and not Mickey. Mickey's playing the offlane Pharaoh here.
Yeah, I mean, that Mickey's been the Pharaoh, and then so I mean, Kazu's playing the Moon Queen here again. Well, we knew that this is going to be a matter of whichever hero they have who was kind of comfortable with said hero and changing it up there. So it's in that sense, it's not a surprise, but at the same time, it's interesting seeing this. Yeah, I think Mickey not being on Pebbles is the biggest one, no doubt. But you know, obviously Matthias is a great player himself, and I'm sure we'll do just fine on Pebbles, but.
For sure, it's a comfort hero for him as well. And Mickey did have a very good game against BMG in one of the games on offlane Pharaoh, getting a lot of farm versus two heroes. Mm-hmm. So I'm assuming that's why they put him on the Pharaoh here.
Yeah. All right, so they do end up going. Yeah, they were moving around as if they might have thought about not going aggressive trial lane here, but then they end up going down here in the end. So Magnus and Engineer making their way down here. You do got Parasite. He's a little bit behind, but eventually will make it. He's going for that Blood Chalice right away as far as his first item goes. But you see the Legion side, they send Pebbles and Rhapsody middle. Moon Queen bottom lane, of course, she's going to have a little bit difficult of a time if they are able to jump her especially. So seems like Casey's going to have to play this pretty safe here.
Yeah, so as the lane shape up, both Hag and Moon Queen will have a hard time here. So both hard carries, I could say here, would be struggling. They will rely on the team to make space for them in the mid-game to recover.
You got top lane, Mickey being heavily harassed though in the meantime by that Wild Soul. So again, Wild Soul, we're so used to seeing in that suicide lane, especially again not often picked up, but as of late we've been seeing a trickle in here and there, and yesterday even. But being in a short lane, it's a little bit different change of pace, and expecting some good farm on him. I wonder what kind of impact we're going to see because of that here for this Hellborn side. So that'll be good for them, I'm sure, if he's able to do well. Bottom lane.
Yeah, Parasite is actually getting zoned by the Ophelia. It's not usual here.
Yeah.
Oh, but he comes in.
Oh. Wait.
That was nice by Slap. He killed the creep as he jumped into it.
Yeah, that's what confused me for a second. That's what I thought happened, but I had to confirm that.
It's a nice macro. You have to do that on time. It's the same thing. You can still port back the creep, I think, and then Parasite, if he jumps it and you hit the same frame kind of thing, then Parasite gets ported back to your base.
Yeah.
So sort of those mechanics there with Parasite.
It's a nice troll.
Yep.
It's the counter to the counter. Yeah, that'll be fun to see. But yeah, Parasite really is having a tough time, man. He's like, screw it, I'm going back to my own jungle.
That's why sometimes you buy boots and 2 mana potions on Parasite, just to be able to not be zoned by something like an Ophelia, and you will be the one chasing Ophelia instead of the other way around when you do the offlane or long lane Parasite enemy jungle.
Well, Didn't go the boots and feeling that because of it, so instead ending up in his own jungle. And that means also Ophelia should be able to have some free reign now in her jungle, not having to worry about the Parasite being all throughout there. But, you know, with this adjustment, too, by the way, Rhapsody, of course, coming middle, that means Wretched Hag, of course, and you kind of see that here. He was able to step up his farm a little bit after having a pretty difficult start. But now Rhapsody, oh, never mind, that's Ophelia there. So it is ending up being a 1 versus 1 for now. Oh, my God, Hag's going to take some good damage right here, actually. And, oh, my gosh, the blink of the last second to get away. That was really close to a kill. But
very close, yeah. 1 auto attack off, but didn't get it. But Hag is going to get the top rune here, so he's going to recover very quickly here against purples. And he is maxing out the Haunt, being against the melee, so he will do just fine here. And Hellborn side has the lane control bottom, so they don't need the Parasite as it is right now, so they're actually doing okay. It would be another story if the lane was pushed up into the Legion Tower down bottom. Then they would be in trouble having Parasite rotating to their own jungle as it is right now.
I know Rhapsody being down here initially, especially, you know, how boxing out the Parasite was affected, but now that he's been gone for a while, do you think they should be sending Rhapsody back to the middle lane, or is he fine staying down here?
I don't really think he can box out the Hag that much anymore, especially Hag almost being level 5 now and having the Haunt level 2. He's not going to have a lot of impact on the Hag. So I think it's okay he stays there. Make sure Moon Queen gets some farm, so he can't really readjust anymore because of the level advantage that Hag has.
Yeah. Let's take a look at the top lane. Wild Soul versus the Pharaoh. It's actually middle lane. Hag, I don't know. Just taking some harassment there. But Wild Soul currently 23-5. Pharaoh 18-1. So Mick is actually managing some decent creep farm here. But Wild Soul is slightly ahead as far as the last hitting is concerned. You see he's level 5 right here. So off to the slightly better start. Mickey choosing to go the off lane bottle, by the way. And the suicide here.
I like it. He has a one-on-one. So, and he might be able to get the top runes. 6 minutes spawning here in 8 minutes and so forth. So it's a good pickup. He knows he's one-on-one against Wild Soul.
Oh, bottom lane. Magnus using the Steam Bath to disjoint initially right there. Looks like he's going to be fun in the end. Ophelia was coming over. Only a Vagabond leader, though, so no crowd control necessarily from her coming out. And in the end, gets the distance to be fine. Slapped only 140 gold per minute. Again, he's been pretty occupied here early on, so kind of understandable there. He is actually stacking the camps pretty well here in the meantime and looking to benefit the farm from there. After he's trying to find a Vulture Lord, which he actually has right here. So.
He has a Vulture Lord there, so he will bounce back and farm quite quickly, even though he's level 3 as it is right now. It's a good spawn for him. And there's no wall on this, so that's even better.
Sometimes you just pray to the Haunt Gods and it works out for you. As far as the spawning of the neutrals there. So that is good for him, and of course for X-Sync as a result right here. Wretched Hags, level 5, only 220 gold per minute. I mean, overall, this is a game, not really a whole lot of great farm coming out. I mean, the Wild Soul's the top at 330, no one else above 300. Middle lane, Hag again, nearly falling right there, but just close, not enough. Yeah, Matthias is just a little off on the math here.
Oh, the Pharaoh's coming in. Oh, he misses. Raffles the Pharaoh on the Hag. He tried. Yep. This is going very well for Hellpoint so far. I mean, usually you'll see Mick Pebbles free farming, and then around the 11-12 minute mark, he's gonna snowball and take control of the game. But in this case, when they have a one-on-one again in the mid lane, they're actually delaying that timing, and that's what they want here.
Yeah. Oh, Parasite. He's dead.
Oh, he got caught. Yeah.
That was a great catch because they caught him as he's kind of on the uphill. The Minotaur stun happened, then he killed the Minotaur. Zlap did to make sure, obviously, he couldn't infest it. And then, of course, the extra lockdown came from Rhapsody at the same time. So just good coordination right there. Middle lane, they tried to combo Wretched Hag. The Tormented Soul hit him, but the Pebble Stalagmite stun just barely missed. Or else I believe that time it actually would have been a kill. So slight miss right there. And in the end, Hag once again staying alive. But again, Bloodlust kill, though, still in favor of X-Sync, and now Slap's feeling a little better as far as his farm's concerned.
Yeah, I think Matthias on Pebbles was calling for, all I need is a rocket mid and I can kill this guy.
Yeah.
Of course, yeah, here we go again.
Here we go. Look at that. That was coordination right there, so very well played. So, yeah, level 3 rocket by Pharaoh. Leveling that up here.
I think it's okay. Sometimes when you're in the solo lane, you max out the Hellfire to go for a potential solo kill. But Wild Soul being so tanky as he is, it's never gonna happen. So being able to get some more CS with the rocket and assisting mid, as we just saw, is the better choice here.
Bottom lane, Moon Queen in trouble. Magnus charging in with that Aster, and here comes a TP. The Bat Blast going to connect onto both. Moon Queen, oh my god, they turned it right here on a Magnus. Moon Queen is going to fall, but Magnus gets turned on just before. That wasn't a Moon Finale. I mean, that was just simply the Moon Beam coming out right there to secure the kill. Fair in the meantime, after the throw, nice kickstone forward, but now he's going to be trapped in the Mummy Wall. Now, Mickey, he's pretty deep right here in the meantime, so that's got to be a little troublesome. Pebbles misses a stun. They do get the kill on Engineer, but Wretched Hack, she is going to be fine, but now Pebbles, he's going to be fine, too. Maybe. Hack's insisting on chasing, blinking right into him. I don't know about that. And, oh, my God. That just happened.
He got a bit too confident there.
Yes.
But they might get something on Pebbles here. No, fair coming in.
I don't think they are. Yeah, they don't have enough damage, actually. In fact, it's still going. Matthias might get something else. That's going to be a hat trick. What is going on? It just continues one after the other. He's going to go for the quad kill right here, and he'll get it. Are you freaking kidding me? And we could possibly see an annihilation if this lines up. He just needs something to chuck. He needs anybody to chuck on the target. There we go, the Hail Mary. He's going to set up the kill. He won't get the annihilation, but hey, he'll take the, well, you can basically say a genocide for X-Sync. I think they're definitely in the lead now.
Yeah, they are. I mean, they should have just gotten the kill onto, who was it, the Moon Queen, and then gotten out. That's what they needed to do there, because there was a lot of response coming out from Sync.
Yeah.
And then they all poured it in, trying to save each other one by one. And, unfortunate case of event, because Walso was pushing the top tower, and he got the top tower. I mean, they were coming out ahead of that if they did not die more heroes. But now it's a snowball effect here.
Yep. You know, we're sitting here like, oh, Mickey's not playing Pebbles, man. That's so weird. Like, that's just fine. Matthias is a very comfortable Pebbles player as well, and he's kind of showing us there. He's, don't worry, I got this kind of attitude. 6-0-1 right now. You're right. I mean, Rexars, though, at the same time, that was definitely a bit on them. It's a sure impressive play from Pebbles, but they were going in one by one, and they underestimated the power of Pebbles at that time, clearly.
Yeah.
So
they simply had the level advantage there. They Parasite level 5, Magnus level 5, Engineer level 5. Just got those levels on Engineer as well. So running up against level 8 Pebbles, level 7 Pharaoh, trying to make something happen is not usually going to work. But, I mean, they're still in this, but the Pebbles will have a portal key here. Wild Soul is farming a lot here, 440 or 30 GPM.
That's the thing, yeah. I mean, I'm looking at the GPM trying to like, wait a second, you're right. Wild Soul's, he's having a great time. I mean, so we're going to really see the new Wild Soul this game and what kind of, how powerful he can actually be. I mean, he doesn't have much team support around him, unfortunately, which, of course, is going to help, not help, but, he is himself doing very well here. Now, interesting, I mean, he buys a Mighty Blade. I assume that's an ice brand?
Maybe he goes for the Frostburn, yeah. I'm not sure. I know Kesu likes to go the Thunderclaw and then farm a lot and snowball from that. And then we see Maki sometimes going for the Helm of the Black Legion, the tanky build. Probus does that too, so this is definitely a new build. We'll see how it works out for him.
Well, he did it yesterday as well. He went the Helm yesterday in his game against Complexity. Granted, again, that was a pretty much stomp for Complexity. And well, at least once they got it rolling, kind of like Sync is here. So, but so it's either that or the Shrunken, obviously. But I don't know. Shrunken just seems like an odd first item choice to me. But there's that portal key coming into play, as you do see the quick kill on Engineer, and he just runs away because they can't do anything to him right now. So.
No, they have to concede these towers. They need Blink on Magnus before they can take team fights. And even then, Ophelia's gonna have an Astrolabe as well. So split pushing, as Wild Soul is doing, is the way to go. Then they can push the bottom and mid tower as soon as Sync rotates for the top G1.
Yeah.
But they're still sticking in the lanes and getting picked off.
That's
unfortunate.
You know, he even saw, he had an illusion that I could have sworn spotted Pebbles going through the trees right there, and he just didn't decide to react. I don't know. That was just weird, but unfortunately he didn't react to it, and Matthias is like, hey, another free kill. Anyone's a free kill for him other than the Wild Soul at this point. I mean, that's literally the case, so they get found here.
At the same time, Sync have done this millions of times, this Ophelia Pebbles strategy. They know what they're doing. They're very comfortable at it. It's very hard for Rexars. I mean, I think it's one of their first times going up against it, so it's definitely a learning experience here.
Yeah, everyone has to learn somehow. And it's Rexars Reborn's turn, apparently, so Granted, again, it's not even in the hands of Mickey, but still, it's just the combo, the potential of the heroes together. And, you know, there was an interesting point brought up about Moon Queen in chat, about, like, why they maybe were thinking to go for it here. Maybe a little bit sure of trying something new here, but at the same time, you can consider him decent against a Wild Soul with the glaives bouncing. How, you know, with that soul link ability of Wild Soul, you know, when the bear takes damage, he does, and vice versa. And so with the glaives bouncing between the two, like, it seems like that's actually a pretty good synergy there. So I don't know if that's why you pick up a Moon Queen necessarily, but there's something.
Yeah, but at the same time, the bear also tanks the ultimate, so...
True.
And you rather want that to hit heroes. But yeah, I guess it is bouncing around them now. Yeah.
Well,
there's both things. Yep.
They're gonna, the Hellborn team that is gonna need. I mean, you just look at Matthias here. He's standing just outside their base, and he's just doing it because he knows they can't do anything about it.
Yep.
Right now,
they need Parasite, Magmus, Engineer, and like they need 3 heroes to kill him. And then there's Ophelia ultimate as well. So they might need Hack as well to get the kill on him. But right now, as they know, action happening, they're chasing. They should not do this. They should split push the mid, push the bottom.
Yeah.
Yep, they're starting to do that. Nice. There's no way they defend their Tier 1 and Tier 2 tower up top. They need to try and get a Tier 1 mid or Tier 1 bottom. Preferably both. But Sync will probably defend one of them with Pharaoh catch. But then they need to sack one hero. Like in one lane they will die, but they will still get more map control, which is what they need.
Absolutely. You do see Kazu, by the way, he just got a Whispering Helm, and he actually takes over a Warlock with the Whispering Helm. He's going to send it over to the Ancients, do some stacking with it, so just grabbing whatever was there for him and getting ready to make that happen. Again, it's been a while since we've seen like really consistent Moon Queen, but obviously the Whispering Helm, the Firebrand into Geos, the Shrunken Head, kind of those trio of core items. Looks like he might be going the Shrunken next, actually. Saw him by the Mighty Blade here.
It's going to be a bit interesting to see whether Sync wants to push base after this tower, or they want to get some more farm with Moon Queen after getting all the outer towers. I mean, Moon Queen is a hero you want to see some more items on. The Geometer Bane, as you mentioned, the Whispering Helm, Shrunken Head. But they might feel like they're so far ahead that they will just go for it here. Yeah. At least it'll force them back right now into their... Make sure they TP back and then start farming again.
I mean, they're pretty far ahead, but it's just everyone but the Wild Soul. Wild Soul, again, he's the one that's keeping up, and he's definitely the dangerous one for sure on the Hellborn side. So, and yeah, he did okay. So, guys, the first item Shrunken Head, and here we go. This is a fight that could very likely break out right here. So, X-Sync, they're kind of hanging around for the time being.
If Hellborn is to win this fight, they need perfect NG field, 4-man Magma stun, and then the Hack ulti on 4-3-man as well, and then they need to kill Ophelia before he gets his heals off, else they will lose Rax here.
And they have to do it all without porta keys.
It's a very tough challenge here.
Yeah, Magnus off to the side's like, I mean, he doesn't have portal keys, so the chances of getting a big stun up, as well as especially the eruption, is pretty minimal here, as he's only even level 6 as well, so he is off to the side. Yep.
If you Rex us, you hope they will back off here and they give you some more time, but Sync is not going to do that. They're going to keep pushing.
No, yeah, they're keeping it on. They're feeling comfortable right now. And again, the Wild Soul going that Shrunken Head, it'll definitely tank him up, sure, but as far as damage out, I mean, he can do just the skill set. Well, yeah, I mean, his skills, the smash or swipe, whatever, it does actually put out some decent damage, but yeah, I don't know if it's going to be enough though. Oh, Parasite, he got a little too comfortable there. Inside
took our Skeleton King from Ophelia and then got chucked back. Yep. So.
Oops. So he's dead. Double damage Pebbles. Also don't want to deal with that. Magma stuns in. This Batman's now a hit before the protected Melody, actually. The Kexstone will cancel it. They're actually doing decent right here to start the Shrunken Head. It is working. Pebbles getting very low energy field in the background. The Moon Finale's up. Down goes Pebbles, though. Wild Soul still pretty strong right here. He is looking to chase them down. Getting some lockdown, though, from Ophelia. Now turning the attention to her. The double stomp coming out right there. The swipe even. Looking to finish her off in the background. But again, he's continuing to be locked down by the Legion side. They're doing some great team support. But Moon Queen goes down. And Wild Soul will stay alive in the end. They get the third kill. Going for Raptor, actually, but by the way, look at who's back. It's Pebbles. He pies back. He comes back in, and now he's looking for more blood. Pharaoh's going to be fine. Nope, he will die as Wretched Egg blinks away. The tower does fall in the end, but I don't know. I mean, I feel like they actually held that pretty well.
They actually did. That Walsall did a lot of work. He did not die there, and he was. I mean, if they didn't dive that far, I think they could have. It could have been a little bit better for them. But that was a huge fight for them. Especially the Walsall did a lot of work with the shrunken head pickup. Mm-hmm. Those are actually quite unexpected. They was able to do that well. I mean, they almost won that fight, you could say, but it turned out rather even instead. And that was basically all they could hope for.
Yeah, no,
it's more than I saw coming, at least.
Exactly. You know, the fact that the only loss was the tower at the end of the wild, so their main hero stayed alive. And definitely some good news to look forward to for Rexxars Reborn now. By no means. The most
important thing, it buys time for the team to catch up and get some farm onto the Magmas, onto the Hack, onto the Wild Show, push out lanes until Sync will push again, or X-Sync. I keep calling him Sync.
Yeah, it's just that's fine.
It's been like that for so long.
Well, let's talk about Hag. Now she has 300 plus gold per minute, so she has kind of recovered a little bit. You talked about needing to get farm on her. What do you think makes sense for her to go here? Will it be the Hellflower? I mean, what does she need to get?
Hellflower is good. I wouldn't be surprised even if she goes for something like a Grimoire. But that might be too hard to get in this position, so maybe the Hellflower because of the slow pickup, and then, of course, making sure they can kill someone before Shrunken Head, bursting the Moon Queen or something like that could be huge. She will have a Shrunken Head in the near future. So it will probably be the Hellflower.
Yeah. All right, well, we do see.
Oh, also use Shrunken Head. Accident there.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, I think it was actually Invasion of Insanious Water side here, but I don't think they will capitalize off of that.
Yeah.
It's only a minute cooldown.
Yeah, but still, 1 second less. That's pretty impactful. So definitely a pretty bad misclick there from Wild Soul. But what's done is done. What does he haven't delivered? Okay, the Abyssal Skull is now going to be finished. So it's an interesting item on Wild Soul. You know, when he's in a range, he's not getting the lifesteal, but obviously when he goes melee, he will on top of the lifesteal that he gets from his the natural attunement here. So
it's also an armor-giving item, +5 armor for the team on top of the lifesteal. It's pretty good against Moon Queen bouncing glaives. So I like the pickup here, especially because they have to fight right now, since X-Sync is pushing top. So getting whatever items they can to help them win another fight is very key here.
They need that portal key on Magnus, I think it's safe to say. That's going to be a big item, but he's just short. I mean, can he sell? Yeah, he sells the bottle. There we go. He sells the buckler, so he is going to get the portal key here. And a light
is actually Invis behind them here. He managed to get all the way up there.
Oh, wow. That's an interesting position. Oh, my gosh.
Yep, it is.
He's a veiled rot back here. Oh, man, this could win in the fight, because this is going to completely catch him off guard. Yeah, he just got it.
Yep.
That's good to see. You got the
courier. They know.
Well, the veiled rot though, is not going to see him. So they know something's up. Look at Magnus. He goes up here. Oh boy.
All of them are trying to be so sneaky.
Portal key in 6 seconds. Here we go from behind the flank from Pharaoh. They will catch Pebbles. A lot of burst off the pad. He's dropping pretty quickly. This test predictability. He's just barely alive, but no, he's at a range. He will go down. Magnus Eruption. It is going to go off with Pharaoh in the background, just locking him down, but Wild Soul still well alive. So is Moon Queen, though, for the time being, with that Shuriken that she has. That is going to be wearing off here, though, but here goes the Moonbeams trying to hold his ground with that lifesteal in the bear form. I don't think it's going to be enough. He has to start running right here and pops a swipe, but it's just not enough damage. Wild Soul goes down, and X-Sync does break through into the base, and now they're going to finish off the racks right here, as well as Wretched Hag, apparently, who decided to buy back, unfortunately, to die again. So, whew, close, but...
Yeah. Rhapsody is powerful, and Ophelia heals. Manning up on that dance floor. It's very, very strong here for X-Sync.
Pebbles did buy back again, so...
Yep.
What was that?
I think he feels comfortable in them taking double racks if he buys back, so that's why he is doing that.
Well,
they're in a very, very good spot at this point.
Yeah, but part of me does wonder, though, as actually Moon Queen's going to get caught here. She'll be fine. Team support too much. In fact, it's going to be bait, because they're going to turn this on a Magnus now, as well as Snow Bear says it's going to be fine.
Yeah, it's getting to a point where they do not have the damage to kill the Legion heroes in a 5v5, so it's looking rough now.
The supports are just on point. I mean, as it usually is with X-Sync, the healing each other, the tableting, you know, just giving each other the help that they need. Whoever is being gone on, they're just so good at it. You do see the Mummy Wall trapping right here. Wild Soul is back up. with the ulti form, pops the Shrunken Head. He popped it pretty early right there. He's trying to finish off this Moon Queen. I don't even know if he's going to be able to do that, though. She's barely getting away. She will die in the egg. Now, can he hold his ground against the rest of them? No, he cannot. It's just too much once again. They just do not have the damage. So, yeah, I mean, while also showing that he is beefy and he's tanky, but really when it comes to damage output, it's just not a whole lot.
No, it's also it doesn't show that much because of all the heals that Sync has, but he's actually doing a lot of damage. I mean, 13% hero damage and damage chart. So it's a lot actually, compared to Magma's 4% and Parasite 6%.
Yeah. Well, GG well play being called. I mean, it's apparently like they're still not 100% over just yet. There we go. It is going to be official, and it will be a victory for X-Sync. So, yeah, I mean, X-Sync, it was really that bottom lane, man, where Rexar is insistent on going in kind of one by one.
That was where the game turned in X-Sync's favor.